Now I'm a little bit late to the party, but $70 for your video games. 2K has announced that they were going to increase their prices to their new games an additional $10 on top of what you're already paying right now. I don't know. This is what I think about it. Again, don't forget to check me out on Twitch and Twitter at Deltron_210. And again, you can catch me on Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I am a variety streamer. I like to play all types of games. And maybe this discussion might be a little bit for you to help you, from a consumer aspect, understand why they're going to be increasing their prices, or why I think they're going to be increasing their prices. Let's get into it. All right, now let's be real just a little bit, guys, okay? Let's be real about this whole $70 price, okay? If you really look at some of the games that you probably purchased sometime this year or last year, if you were really into that game, you were already paying over $60. What do you mean by that? Well, we're talking about deluxe editions, special editions, ones that come with statues, ones that come with soundtracks. We're also talking about the ones that come with the season pass. You're paying for the season pass up front. There's so many other ways that gaming industries, gaming developers, or gaming companies in general have been able to get you to purchase additional content on top of your regular game. So if you really look at how much you're really spending, you're spending already over $70. The way that I see it is just the $70 that you're going to be paying now is for the type of content that you're going to be getting later on in the future. As an example, let's just say, again, just recently 2K ended up announcing that they were going to end up bumping up their prices an extra $10, but let's just say Spider-Man Miles Morales was $70. Well, I'm not going to complain too much because the PS5 is coming with all types of upgrades from the original PS4. We're talking about better graphics, we're talking about ray tracing, longer playtime hours. I mean, they spent a lot of time and effort into creating this title, not only for them to enjoy, but obviously for the consumers to fall in love with and to enjoy themselves as well. I mean, if Spider-Man PS4 was $70, I'd probably still spend the money on it just because of how well it did in the consumer marketplace. Man, I gotta say, coffee at 10:13 is perfect for me. But if you actually look at the gaming history as far as pricing goes, if you actually go back and do just a tiny bit of research, the gaming industry really hasn't increased their pricing in about 10 years or so. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. I remember back in the day when my mother had to buy video games for me on the cartridges, you know, the Nintendo 60 or the Nintendo 64, the Nintendo, the original NES, and then the Super Nintendo. Those games back in the day was about $30 to $40, depending what title you're going to end up buying. Especially like Super Mario, you're probably going to be paying about $45 compared to now with the amount of popularity of some of these AAA titles that are coming out. I mean, it's not far off. I mean, it was only a $20 increase, and after all these years for them to increase it for an additional $10, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Especially for the amount of content that we're going to be able to get out of it. I mean, we both know with this Spider-Man Miles Morales coming out that there was already going to be a remastered version of the PS4 Spider-Man. And of course, I'm pretty sure they're most likely going to add in ray tracing for that one as well. We all know that we're going to get a Last of Us remastered as well, just like they did the first time around. We're going to get so many other different titles like Ratchet and Clank, which I'm hoping is going to have ray tracing as well, because I could only imagine what that game is going to be looking like with the amount of graphics that they're going to be adding into that game. Now, the only downside that I can honestly see to any of these types of games that are going to be coming out later on in the future is the amount of storage that you're going to end up having to put on your console itself. I mean, games are already reaching up to 100 gigs per game, depending on which title that you're going to end up buying. And with a $70 game, I'm assuming that that title is probably going to be well over 100 gigs, just like Final Fantasy Remake was, or just like The Last of Us was, or Modern Warfare. I mean, Modern Warfare right now is reaching close to 200 gigs. If not, it already has surpassed it. But the amount of work that these consoles are supposed to be able to put into is going to be off of the charts. You know, for them to be able to say, hey, you're going to be paying $70 compared to $60, I'm not going to complain too much. I can kind of already imagine what they're going to be giving us. If you're paying $70 for a shit, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing now, right? Like Predators came out. It was a $59.99 game. Those who ended up buying it, it turned out it was not a very popular game. It was not marketed very well. It had potential, but unfortunately, consumer-wise, it kind of bombed. But if you were to tell me, you know, am I going to pay $70 for that type of game? I probably wouldn't do it. I mean, you kind of already know if you're a gamer, if you're an individual who grew up gaming or is currently gaming now, you know what to look out for. You know what type of games are going to be good. You know what type of games are going to be bad. And of course, you're going to be spending $70 on a game that you know that is going to do well. And I think that's where it is right now. Again, the AAA games that are going to end up coming later on in the future, you know that you're going to be spending the $70. I mean, again, you're already spending over $70 as it is. We're talking about DLC on top of all that, like I said before, special editions, deluxe editions. You're already spending over $70. So is it really a problem? I mean, just think about that. Just think about all the money that you've already dumped into it so far. Is it really a problem? I don't know. That's just kind of my idea. That's just kind of my thoughts that are going on. Other than like free games that you're going to end up getting like Apex or Fortnite, you know, that's going to be up to you whether you want to continue to pay for those types of free-to-play games. But even at that, you know, for me, $70 isn't going to be an issue. And I'm not talking about from a financial standpoint. You know, I most of the games that I buy now are mainly discounted because I have a PC now, and it's real easy to find discounted games. There's a game that's coming out recently, this up and coming week, called Ghost Runner that we got to play at PAX East and PAX South, and this year. And if you go onto humblebundle.com, it's already on sale for $23 when it's usually about $29.99. Now, if you want to save some money, I would definitely switch over to PC. But if you're going to be going with the consoles, just know that most of the time you're going to have to pay up front the full price. But as I was saying before, if you're already paying for DLC, if you're already paying for an additional content, you're already spending well over $70. So I don't think it's really a problem for you as an individual to complain about an extra $10 on top of what you were already paying before. So I don't know. It just depends on how you look at it. That's just kind of my thought process. That's just kind of my average Joe type of thinking, regular consumer type of thinking. But I don't know. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. And if you just want to talk some shit down there, let me know. I would like some feedback. I would like some more additional information. Just keep in mind that this is just one video. And I don't have all the answers, but this is what I'm thinking about in my mind consistently whenever these types of articles pop up. And I would like to hear what you think about it. So again, I hope to hear from y'all. Again, I do stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at Twitch TV at Deltron_210. And again, Deltron_210 at Twitter as well. I'll catch you on the next one. Love y'all. Y'all be safe. Peace out.